Now, according to the prosecutor in Young Thug's case, members of YSL are currently cooperating against Young Thug. Let's dive into it.
Judge, I will also say that we have taken proffers from fellow gang members from Mr. Williams. Some are on this indictment, some are not. They have stated uniformly that Mr. Williams is dangerous. They are afraid of him, that if they cross him, he will kill them and their family.
What's good, YouTube? It's Rashad Crenshaw back again with another video, and this one is tough. It's tough. I mean, I already knew this was true. This is no surprise to me. For some of you who are still in La La Land, in delusion land, prancing in prairies and seeing zebras in the sky and all kind of fuckery, y'all who believe in a fantasy world, you are surprised by what I'm about to tell you. But me, I knew this was going to happen. The prosecutor, who called Young Thug King Slime, by the way, the prosecutor said that there are members of YSL and enemy gangs cooperating with the government of Georgia, with law enforcement against Young Thug. So now that that's been established, do y'all get it now? Those of you who still believe in this fake reality of Young Thug as being charged with lyrical crimes made up by bars and a rap song, they're just grabbing a bunch of lyrics and trying to charge him. Do you understand the severity of the situation he's in? People he is associated with, people he's probably been on phone calls with, he is now being accused by them of being so dangerous that them and their families' lives would be in danger if they were to ever cross Young Thug. Ever to cross him, ever. They're turning on him. And I knew this was gonna happen because him, Gunna, and Yak Gotti are probably the only guys in YSL really making serious bread, enough bread to where they don't have to tell. They can just get a good lawyer and try to find a way to wiggle their way out of the situation. The problem is there are 25 or 26 other members, 25 other members of the gang who do not have the same level of notoriety as Gunna, Thug, and Yak Gotti. So now what? You got millions, you have a rap reputation to protect, you've been throwing up big B's and throwing up all kind of big gang signs with Birdman on the stage. You have set up an image for yourself of being a gangster rapper for almost a decade. Soon it'll be 2024 soon. It'll be a full decade of Young Thug being in the limelight. When 2024 rolls around, you've been in the game for a solid minute now. You've been in the game for 8 years strong, killing it. But you've established an image to where you can't even tell for your freedom now. And this is where the battle begins between these guys. Because now the members of YSL who have no money, who have no fame, who have no clout, who have no social backing, they're saying, look, life is not in my hands anymore. These state officials, state agents are now in possession of my life. They dictate where I go. They dictate when I sleep, when I wake up, what I eat, what I do. These people are in control of my life. And now the world expects all of us to not tell on one another because we have some sort of street code. Sorry, but the only people who feel some real pressure to live up to that code is probably Gunna, Thug, and Yak Gotti. I'm telling you, they're the ones who can walk away from this situation and still have something waiting for them on the other side. If Thug and Gotti and Gunna all get sentenced, when they come home in about 5 to 6 years, maybe 8 if they're really unlucky, these guys, actually 8 will probably be the minimum. After they come home after about 8 years, they'll have money waiting for them. People in the industry waiting to welcome them home. The black community will welcome them home, and the industry will welcome them home. Everybody's going to be excited to welcome these guys back into the fold. Will they make as much money as before? Probably not, but at least they'll have somewhere to go, people to be connected to, money to make, business ventures that they can take part of. The rest of these guys in YSL? Hell no. What are they going to go to? Who are they going to turn to? Who can they cool with? Who can they hang with? Who can they make money with? Who can they be associated with? What millions can they make? What thousands, hundreds of thousands of millions of followers are going to support them if they go into an economic bind? What's going to happen? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. They have nothing going for them, and this is their only ticket to saving their life. Man, the GBI come in front of them and say, all right, bro, what's it gonna be? Your freedom or this millionaire rapper? And they're gonna tell them, like, look, you can choose this millionaire rapper, but I can tell you this, some other guys in your gang, they're cooperating too. So now it becomes a race of who can cooperate the fastest and the most and the most proficiently. Who can tell these guys the clearest cut information as quickly as possible, give them the entire picture, give them the entire image of what's happened between YSL and YFN and the whole 9 yards. Who can snitch the best? Basically, who can be a snitch artist is now the game. Young Thug can't take part. If it comes out that he's snitching, career over. Gunna, career over. Yeah, Gotti, career over. It's over. It's over. If they put their freedom, which this is common sense, y'all. I know hip hop has some rules and the streets have rules, but we're talking about the first law of nature. Self-preservation. Common sense would say, man, I may be Young Thug, but I want to be free. I got children. I got baby mamas relying on me. One of my baby mothers just died in a senseless act of violence over a bowling ball. I can't afford to be in prison, pushing P in prison, while I got people outside in the real world depending on me. He knows that. Gunna knows that. Yet Gotti knows that. But the image they've set up for themselves and the life that they've chosen to live demands that they don't prioritize their own survival. Demands that they, in fact, crash out even harder and blow up the vehicle in order to save face and maintain an image. This was literally seen so many miles away. The fact that these people are cooperating with the police. Now, here's something that really, it boggles my mind that Young Thug would say something like this. The prosecutor then mentions the fact that Young Thug, in a song with Juice WRLD, basically admits to being associated with an attempted murder on YFN Lucci, the same attempted murder that hit YFN Lucci's mother. Young Thug took credit for that in a song. Let's look at it. Verse 2, Young Thug. Sticky, sticky Ricky. I smoke Skittles, not no sticky. Sticky. I shot at his mommy, now he no longer mention me. Thot, thot. You say you want smoke, and I've been coming down the chimney. I mean, look, what do y'all want me to say? Like, what do y'all want me to say here? Young Thug didn't have to say that in the song. He could have just said nothing at all. He chose to take credit for a crime that he allegedly committed or allegedly had someone else commit. The prosecutor brings it up in court, and y'all had the audacity to be mad at everybody but Young Thug. Go send a letter to Young Thug. Go find out what cell he's in Cobb County Jail and send him a letter and ask him, why would you say some shit like that? Stop blaming everyone but Young Thug for Young Thug's actions. He's allegedly guilty of this, but what he is not allegedly guilty of is hopping on a song with Juice WRLD and saying, I shot at his mommy, now he no longer mentioned me. Bruh, is it that hard to not self-snitch? Like, is there something in the air when you become a rapper? Is there something you eat? Is there something in the air? When you walk into the studio, does a spirit of self-snitching possess you? I want to know. Someone help me understand. When you become a rapper, a spirit of self-snitching takes over you and refuses to let go. Somebody help me understand, because there's absolutely zero self-accountability coming from these rappers and these fans when it comes to self-snitching. Someone help me understand. Please. Please. The logic, or rather lack thereof, that y'all possess reminds me of a female. Like, y'all, it be dudes, bro. The women literally be in the comment section like, yep, do the crime, do the time. The dudes, y'all men, bro, Y chromosome having motherfuckers, y'all in the comment section saying unbelievable shit like, bro, why y'all pointing this shit out? The nigga, the GBI already got all this shit on him anyways. All of this, like, pandering y'all trying to do and all of this, like, saving shit is over with regardless. Stop playing. Y'all are childish. The facts are clear. Stop playing. If Young Thug can't get away with this, what makes you think you could? Accountability, bro. It's like kryptonite to so many people in the black community, and y'all wonder why the single motherhood rate high than the motherfucker. Y'all wonder why the drug use rate is high as hell. Y'all wonder why the abortion rate is disproportionate as hell. Y'all wonder why the murder rate's so damn high. Don't nobody want to be reasonable. Everybody wants to think with feelings, even the men. I don't know what to tell y'all. But you should have seen this coming. If you didn't see this coming, other people cooperating against Young Thug, you see it now. This is the end for these dudes, for at least for a little bit. They're probably going to end up going away. Once other people start cooperating against you, which is exactly what happens to every famous rapper, they cooperated against TK, they cooperated against Bobby Shmurda, they cooperated against everyone. There's always someone in the gang with the least amount of money, the least amount of fame, who understands that if he does not take this opportunity right now to tell, his life is over. Over. Pay attention to your circle before they hurt you. Shout out to Hassan Campbell. Pay attention to who's around you and what kind of stuff that you're engaging in, because once these people come knocking on your door demanding that you come with them and go to and go to jail, man, once you're in their custody, it's over with. It's done. Once you're in a cell under their jurisdiction and leadership, it's over. They wouldn't even let this man out on bond. You really believe Young Thug is gonna go out and do something crazy? I don't. I believe that if he gets out on bond, he's gonna do absolutely nothing. He's gonna buy this. He's gonna do exactly what he's supposed to do. Listen to their commands, follow their instructions, and live out as many days as he can with his family and enjoy time with them. That's what I believe Young Thug will do. I think everyone in this situation is firmly aware that this is probably the end, and I think that Young Thug and Gunna and Yak Gotti, all of these dudes facing the indictment, would want to come home. They're not going to screw it up. I don't believe that Young Thug would screw it up if he came home. But this is what happens when you engage in this activity in the first place. You end up in these people's custody, and then they can determine whether you get to go home to see your family or not. When is hip-hop going to learn? Specifically, the black community. I don't mind if the hip-hop industry is delusional, but we as a community have to let go of the delusions immediately. Please. Immediately.